inspiring, it's informational, it's epic, and it's exclusively yours on WIGO 1570. You are listening to the love and relationship expert and coach, Dr. Gretchen Jones Torbert.
All right, this is Dr. Gretchen Jones Torbert, your love and relationship expert and specialist, and I'm here tonight with some special guests. I'm sitting in front of two beautiful women. I mean, gorgeous women, guys. You got to see this in person. I have tonight with me Daphne Pearson Roberts. I know you are familiar with her. She came out weeks ago and just sung our heads off and blessed our souls. And I also have Keonshia. And she's going to help me with that one. Richmond, oh my goodness. And they educate us, so I better get it right. Say hello, ladies.
Hello.
Say hello, Daphne Roberts.
Hello there.
Okay, Miss Richmond, speak for me and tell me your full name, okay?
My name is Keonshia.
Keonshia, that's right, baby. I'm telling these, you talking about love and relationships, but hey, these two ladies are taken. But tonight's topic is not about love. I know those fellas are tuning in now. Oh no, tonight's topic is about education, parental involvement. And you know what? That's relational as well, because we have to be great parents. Also on tonight, I have Preach Elder Brown chiming in with his book, 50 Shades of a Preacher. Now, we all know the controversies behind 50 Shades of Grey, but 50 Shades of a Preacher, can you imagine what a preacher had to stand forth and do to be who they are? They have to do great and wonderful things and still be over people, and they're human themselves. But tonight we are so glad, because we know with these two beautiful women that I have the opportunity to work with in Atlanta, Georgia, guys, they can offer you entrepreneurship skills. They can offer you education skills, how to have your own, be your own, stand on your own, and still do it with grace and honor and minister before God and people, and let you know you got to get the home life right. It takes getting that home life correct, and that involves grooming and educating our children, our own kids, as well as other kids, to be all that they're destined to be. And while we're waiting on Preacher Elder Brown to chime in first for us with 50 Shades of a Preacher. Not 50 Shades of Grey. We keeping our clothes on tonight. But 50 Shades of a Preacher. While we waiting on him to chime in, Daphne Pearson Roberts, you blessed our souls the last time you were here. And I know you're going to help us out tonight. The parents are our first teacher. And we also have Miss Richmond. She is going to give us some educational tools. And let me tell you, honey, when I met this woman, I had to step up my educational game. I thought I knew what I was doing in the classroom and out, because I'm a parent too. Oh no, I had to get it correct. All right, Miss Richmond, can you introduce us? Oh, by the way, let me say it right. Hola, como está? She got the Spanish going on. Okay, can you say hello again to us and give us a little bit about your background while we're waiting on Preacher Elder Brown to chime in? Oh, he's on? Okay. Preacher Elder, we're going to come right back to you, Miss Richmond and Miss Roberts. Hi, Preacher Elder Brown. How you doing?
Oh, bless God. How are you?
I hear you just landed in Atlanta, Georgia.
No, I'm in South Bend, Indiana.
All right. I know you just got off a plane. Give us a little snippet about who you are and what you have available, because I told the listeners tonight they're going to keep their clothes on, because we're dealing with 50 Shades of a Preacher, not 50 Shades of Grey. Give us a little bit of information about that.
Okay, 50 Shades of a Preacher. It's a book that, matter of fact, first of all, let me say thank you for allowing me the space to even come on to your show.
No, thank you.
It's an honor. I really appreciate it. And I don't have jet lag, but I haven't even been off a flight 20 minutes yet. So y'all excuse me if I talk a little fast.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
The Lord has given me 50 Shades of a Preacher. He gave me that about 2012. And I started writing. I had no title. I had no aim or anything. I started writing. And I said, Lord, what is it you want me to do with the rest of this or whatever?
Uh-huh.
And he said, I want you to put this in 50 Shades of a Preacher.
Okay.
And I said, 50 Shades of a Preacher. I said, well, wow. I said, well, Lord, this is kind of controversial. And he said, well, listen, I give you my word. It says in the book of Timothy that the word comes to rebuke, correct, and error. And I said, okay, I'm going to go for it. So when I started writing, I realized that when I got done, I had over 298 pages worth of 50 Shades of a Preacher. Each particular chapter spoke about what that shade was. For example, you have the preacher that, the corporate preacher. You have the preacher that deals with finance and 501c3s. And, I mean, it's just so many different things that God has given me as it relates to preachers.
So wearing more than
bad.
one hat.
I'm sorry?
So in other words, you eventually end up wearing more than one hat, or you could be in different types of avenues doing more than one
Right.
thing. Okay.
You're wearing so many different hats, and what we don't understand is that, I mean, oftentimes when we see a preacher, we see them in a suit, we see them in a hat. We don't know what they're going through. You don't know if one is dealing with homosexuality. You don't know if one's dealing with, fighting his wife midnight, drinking or using drugs or whatever the case may be. The
Wrestling
Lord
with
has me
personal
to
demons.
write 50 Shades of a Preacher so that we can know, listen, this book is not to talk about the preachers. This book is not to bash my pastors, my colleagues, but this book is to expose the devil that's working through them. Hello, somebody.
I hear you. Let me ask you something. I got about another minute with you. Can you tell us how we can locate you through social media if we wanted to get more information, how we can maybe purchase your product as well?
Absolutely. Everyone knows me, of course, as Preach Ella Brown. You can type it in on Google. It'll give you a lot of information. But I'm very, very heavy on the social networks such as Facebook. If you go to Facebook, you can type in Preach Ella Brown.
That's Preacher
on
Elder.
Facebook.
Elder Brown. Okay. Go ahead.
Yes.
Okay.
Preach Elder Brown on Facebook. Also on Twitter, Preach Elder Brown on Twitter, as well as Instagram.
Okay.
Now, if you're interested in getting the book, of course, I just found out, of course, a few months ago with Mr. Mark Zuckerberg, or whatever his name is. I'm sorry. Hope we don't get
I
mad
got
at me. I'm not
educators
saying anything.
listening now. You gotta get it right. Okay.
Sorry about that, Mark. But I just found out, of course, on Facebook you can sell. So I have a link on there for 50 Shades of a Preacher.
Oh, thank you so much. And thank you for calling in. And we are so excited that you called in on tonight. Glad God gave you safe travels, and continue to listen. And we're just really excited about your book, Preach Elder Brown. We're going to reach out to our listeners so they can get in touch with you. And thank you for sharing 50 Shades of a Preacher, okay?
Thank you so much.
Thank you, too. God bless you as well. Now we're back to Miss Richmond and Miss Roberts, and we're just so excited. Let me once again reintroduce them. They are talented, smart, beautiful, good spirit, well-educated entrepreneurs. One knows some Spanish. Muy como estás. I know a little bit. It's been about 20 years ago. I tell you, I aced the classes, but I don't remember all that I was taught. But I do want to get back into it. And guess what? Miss Richmond has written actually several pieces of work that she's going to be sharing. Just gifted, has her own business, is really talented, just so proud of her. And Miss Roberts, who is, as she sings and has sung with some famous people, and a minister of the Word of God, and just always giving an encouraging word. And these two educators are from Atlanta, Georgia, out in Conyers, and we're just so glad to have them here. The topic for tonight is parents. They're your first educator, your first teacher. Miss Richmond, tell me more about that. Introduce yourself and give us some more information about that.
Hello, and again, thank you, Dr. Torbert, for having me on. I would like to say that I am Mrs. Richmond, Kenisha Richmond, and I am an educator. I've been teaching now for over 13 years, and I have my own children, and when I had my first child, I made it a point to make sure that she was ready for school. I did not wait for her pre-K teacher, her kindergarten teacher to start teaching her, and it's so imperative that our parents now take the first step to start imparting education into our children.
So it's not the teacher's responsibility?
No.
Kenisha, I got it right now. It's not the educator responsibility?
No. Okay. Learning takes place first at home.
Okay.
Really, what the teacher should be doing is reinforcing what you've already taught your child at home.
Okay.
And taking it maybe the next step further, but they should first be taught at home by their parents.
Well, what do you do when you have students that enter to these primary school years and they have not had that prior engagement with their parents to get those very important fundamentals, foundations to have that? What would you suggest?
Well, what an educator has to do is first meet their child where they are. They may not be on level, but they have to meet them where they are, find out what area are they weak in, and then it's the educator's responsibility to take them to the level that they're supposed to be. So our primary objective is to make sure that they are showing gains and to make sure that they are on grade level at least by the time that they leave that teacher's classroom.
Gotcha. See, I see it's coming back. It's coming back, guys. That Spanish. You got to hear this sister when she starts speaking Spanish. It's like a love language, you know. Woo, it's almost like speaking in tongues. I mean, she just gets you going. She, has this club that she offers, and I heard her speaking. I was like, oh, I can just sit and listen to that all day. She made me pull out some of her old materials, and Lord have mercy, I need to sign up for her services. Can you tell us, Keisha, how can we reach out to you, and tell us about your material, your book? That's what we want to hear about as well, and your consulting service. This lady wears multiple hats: consulting, education, entrepreneur. She's hosted many things in the past. I could just sit at her feet and learn. She's going to share some of that with us.
All right, so you can definitely reach me at my website is www.expandedcommunications.com. That is the name of my business. It's Expanded Communications, where I teach conversational Spanish to adults and children. I also have a book that you can purchase that it is a bilingual children's book. Now, I say it's a children's book because it's illustrated, but anyone may pick this book up and learn either Spanish or English because it's written in both languages. The name of the book is Los Colores de las Estaciones, and there's a comprehensive interactive workbook that goes along with it, and it's also titled Los Colores de las Estaciones Ahora tú, which means now you. You get a chance to work in the book, color, and make it your own.
When I tell you it is awesome, she brought it tonight, and she's going to leave one for our listeners. It's going to be here for you to pick up. It's going to be first come, first serve, that one person that decided to drop by. But we're so awesome and glad that she's decided to leave her resources. But let me let you know, she only leaving one because, God didn't give us the gifts to just give it away. Okay, so we're here to bless and to empower and to build so she can be a millionaire. That's our goal, okay? We're going to hear from Robert in just a second, but we have a caller calling on you on the air before we go to our commercial. Caller, are you on the air?
Oh, yes, uh-huh.
Oh, hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing great. Thanks for calling.
You're welcome.
You want to share with us some educational tips?
Well, first of all, did you tell your listeners who you're speaking with?
Well, talk to me. Tell me who you are.
I'm Bernadette Stannis. I played Thelma on the TV show Good Times.
Oh my! You have me in tears. Is this Thelma from Good Times?
Yeah.
I am in tears. Oh my gosh! You know what? I had the opportunity, listeners. This is just such by surprise because I was anticipating and wanted it. But I'm so glad that you decided to call in. But I had an opportunity to converse with Thelma years ago for our magazine, and I reached back out to her because I love her spirit, her energy, and I watch Good Times faithfully every Saturday morning. I watch I know the shows by heart. That is so nice of you to call in.
You're welcome,
Oh,
sweetheart.
that is so sweet. Wow. Well, go ahead.
And I like the idea that you have a book that's bilingual.
Thank you.
Oh, and that's Miss Richmond. Go ahead and tell her thank you. Go ahead and speak, Miss Richmond.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's such an honor.
That's very, very nice.
Oh.
Where did we get that book? I would like my daughter to get that for her daughter.
Oh, wonderful. Well, that's also available on my website, which is www.expandedcommunications.com. And you can purchase it there, and I will automatically ship it to you.
And she's going to autograph it, too.
And I will autograph it for your daughter.
Miss Richard, can you imagine your book is going to be a Thelma from Good Time show? Oh, my goodness. I am in tears. Say hello, Miss Robert. Speak to Thelma.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
I am a fan, definitely. It's awesome. This is awesome. I am so honored.
Thank you. Well, maybe Gretchen can share my number with you off the air, and then we can talk.
Oh,
That would be good.
You're going to have me in tears, and I just put on my makeup. Oh, this is so sweet. Wow. God, let me tell you, listeners and ladies, Thelma from Good Times is such a sweetheart, such a gentle spirit. And you also have written a book. Can you tell us the name of your book again? Tell us the name of your
book. I've written three books.
All right.
I've written one called Situations 101, Relationships, the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
I'm going to have you back on.
That's like a #1 seller.
I'm going to have you back on the show.
I'm one of the #1 sellers as far as self-publishing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I actually think
from that book,
I've seen that book.
I wrote a book called Situations 101, Finances.
Oh, wow.
The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Because I learned that in relationships, a lot of people don't understand about their money. You see, that in fact, they don't know about their money personally. So when they get with someone, it usually causes a conflict if everybody's not clear about what the money is, why the money is, and how you want to use the money for your relationship.
Wow. What's the third one?
The third one is called The Last Night.
Oh, wow.
A Caregiver's Journey Through Transition and Beyond.
Oh,
because
wow.
while I wrote my first book, I found out that my mother had Alzheimer's. And I took my mother everywhere with me. She came to live with me, and I took her everywhere with me on my book tours and everything. And I kind of, learned so many things about Alzheimer's and caregiving, and just as our parents get older and what we should look for and what we should do in taking care of them, and also being a part of all of this, caring and everything, while I am, dealing with a teenager and one 8 years old, one 18 years old. So there's a lot in that book. And it talks about the last night I spent with my mother.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a very good book. I have it in re-editing now, but you can also get it at Amazon. And I'm looking forward to having it delivered to Obama before he leaves out of the White House.
Oh.
Wow. I tell you, I have two beautiful women in front of me, and I have a beautiful woman on the phone.
Definitely, she's
I'm
beautiful.
just so full.
Has not aged one bit.
all.
One bit,
Watching her
ma'am.
on
I want to
TV.
tell you that.
Oh, my goodness.
You are
Beautiful. When I grow up.
I know I'm going to be getting the waistline and everything.
Oh,
I'm
yes.
telling you.
Working on that now.
Oh, thank you so much for calling in. We so appreciate you. And we're going to reach back out to you. And I want to have you back on the show and discuss your books and everything, okay?
Oh, yeah, because you have a relationship show, right?
Yes, Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So we can talk about that.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I saw her for Sisters Only about 2 years ago, and I was like, oh, you're just awesome. But I remember the conversation we had years ago, which kind of sparked my interest in relationships, because you talked about sex, and that was such a key, critical, important area for me, because you discussed, I don't even know if you remember, but the conversation was just so detailed and interesting and just warm and welcoming, because that is a part of having a healthy relationship as well. But thank you so much for sharing.
You're welcome, honey. You're welcome.
Enjoy your evening now, okay?
Okay, thank you. You too.
Okay. Taylor, can you take us to a commercial?
Live your best life. Love and relationships. Certified holistic life coach. Dr. Gretchen Jones Torbert. Talk to me. I need your transparency on top to prevent complacency. Tell me how to be a better me from inside out. Develop me holistically. Managing money can be a challenge. How to juggle career, kids, and marriage. Teach me how to file tax. Reveal different ways to relax. Need a life coach contact. Dr. Gretchen Jones can handle that. Black Barbie. Let's talk love and relationships with Dr. Gretchen Jones. Live radio, WIGO AM 1570.
We just had Thelma from Good Times on. Did you hear me, listeners? Thelma from Good Times. But we just didn't have one superstar on. We had three. Actually, the fourth too. Can't leave the male out as well. But we had Preach Elder Brown on earlier. And then we still had with us Miss Richmond and Miss Roberts. And then we had Thelma from Good Times to call in. And we're just so full and so excited. And just still so focused because underneath the word relationship is relationship with God, relationship with ourselves, relationship with our peers, relationship with our family, our friends, our kids, even amongst our co-workers. It's having positive, uplifting relationships, and to be able to be amongst people where you can build them up and grow them, it also grows and develop you. And these two educational experts that are here, and I know you just recently heard from Miss Richmond, and she giving us her accolades and all these good things about her and her product that she's leaving for one lucky person, blessed person that comes by. But you can also find her products at www.expandedcommunications.com. She has a bilingual book for adults and children and a coloring book. And I think muy bien, very well. It's coming back. It's coming back. What did you say was wrong? You speak Spanish too.
Oh my goodness.
And you know what? She don't speak Spanish. She sing it. You sing it. Miss Roberts. Oh, I had an opportunity to not only have these ladies on, but I work with them, and just to be able to grace their presence. And Miss Roberts, can you feed off what Miss Richmond said about parents being the first teacher?
I totally agree. Again, thank you also for having me back on the show.
Yeah, introduce yourself. Who did you used to sing with? Go ahead and give us a little snippet of that. Who you used to sing with, honey? Tell us.
Daphne Pearson Roberts. And a little bit of my background is with the Anointed Pace Sisters, LaShawn Pace and Murphy J. Pace and the Voices of Power. Also, Alvin Darling and Celebration in New Jersey, I also sung with as well. And that was just an honor just to be in the presence of them. I just thank the Lord for being here with you guys today. You guys are just uplifting educators to me. You're kind of my inspiration inside of the building as well as out. And just to piggyback off of Miss Richmond, I too agree that most of the time, sometimes the children don't get what they need, but they should get what they need from home first. And it's not just the basic of ABC 1, 2, 3. They should get the attitude, the character traits building. They should get the spiritual part of it, the nurturing the holistic person before they can enter into the schoolhouse and actually be productive little people to grow into productive big people. And it's
building the whole child.
Yes, the whole child.
Okay.
And I, trying to do that as an educator in a crafty way without, by going through any kind of things that you shouldn't be doing, the God, the whole thing with school. It's amazing. Children are just very vulnerable. So if you get them at home with all of that holistic from the top to the head to the feet and get them started with that positiveness in their spirits, they're going to be willing to learn.
Right.
They're going to be, well, of course, and nobody's perfect, but they will want to give if they have that foundation.
Can one of you guys tell me, and I love that, Ms. Roberts, tell me, what do we need to do as a parent, because I'm a parent too first. Give me some good wisdom as I sit at both of you guys' feet. What do I need to do as a parent that we can also help our listeners as well to begin this process, even if we didn't have it previously? What steps I can take?
Well, I would say that every opportunity is a learning opportunity. So if you're starting late, if your children are already in school, you can still become involved. Go on to your state's Department of Education website. Look up what your children are supposed to be learning. The standards are there for you. You can see what they should have learned and what they should have mastered in previous years. You can see what they should be learning right now in that current grade, and you can look ahead to see what's coming so that you can begin to prepare them for what they're going to see. So it's never too late to start to be involved with your children's education. Start now.
Also, if they are indeed not on grade level, or they may be a little behind, it could be ahead, you can just also piggyback by going to some websites like LearnZillion, and if sometimes that middle school math is a little difficult for parents, but they walk you through it. Those tutorials are right on there. They have all kind of
YouTube.
websites and resources for us so that we can help our children. Stay in contact with the teacher. Find out what they need as far as skills, and then tutorial can play a part. Tutor if you need. I know sometimes finances is a problem with trying to get a tutor, but there's free resources. There are tutorials at your schools most of the time. There are teachers willing to help. So
you're right.
Don't think, oh, he doesn't know and I don't know how to help him because I can't help him because I don't know that math. Tutorials, like I said, LearnZillion and all kind of math tutorials on there, and chin marks for all the way up to 12th grade. So there is some help out there, some resources, and always go and consult with a teacher. The teacher can give you other resources that can help your child. So don't give up. Don't give up.
Aren't you full tonight? Because as a parent, I want to be able to empower my own kids, even as an educator, so that they can become productive, functional citizens.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. I want these ladies to tell you how they can be contacted. Give me a quick 30-second, Miss Richmond. How can people follow you or contact you? Once again.
You may contact me at www.expandedcommunications.com. There is a link on there where it's a contact us link. Click on there. It's going to send me a direct email, and I will definitely get back to you.
And she has a beautiful family, guys. Family is so important. And Miss Roberts, how can we contact you? I know her parents may be reaching out.
You can actually email me. Would be a great resource to get to me. That would be droberts@rockdale.k12.ga.us, or you can reach me at www.philadelphiabc.net, where I'm the Ministry of Music there.
Awesome. And I just want to give a shout out to the students. I got a call in early today at Shoal Creek Elementary underneath the leadership and the guidance of Mr. Tony. Woo! The principal. And let me not be amiss to say Miss Graham, the assistant principal as well. Give a shout out to them. Rockdale County. Rockdale County, yes. Conyers, Georgia. We thank you for listening on tonight. This is Dr. Gretchen Jones Torbert, your love and relationship expert and specialist. Thank you for good times, Thelma. Listen in, live, love, and enjoy life with Gretchen Jones Torbert.
Yes.